I think you'll be inclined to use a whiteboard a lot more if you have these. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. I just picked these up. These are EXPO dry erase markers here. You can see dry erase right there. And they are pretty special because I have a dry erase board right here and I like it, but I don't use it that much because of this. This is a dry erase marker, and just like most of these markers, there's a cap. So you take the cap off and then you write it down. Now the benefit of dry erase is that I can just write stuff down, change it, erase it. It saves me from buying a lot of Post-its, but the problem with it is that I don't use it as often because, especially if I'm on a call or on a meeting and I want to write down a note, it's kind of a pain to take this off and then write it down with this. And so I just find myself not using dry erase as much as I probably should. This, I think, is going to change this. So what you can see here is you can get this in a 3-pack. I think they are all different colors indicated by the outside of the pen here. And I will call these more pens than markers, although they're markers. But what makes this really interesting here is that you can see here, they kind of look like big Sharpies, big plastic barrel, but this is the piece right here. This little plastic tip here, this clicker, is a clicker. So it's kind of like a very long travel regular pen. And what that does is it ejects the tip there. And then when it goes back, what you might be able to see is it closes up. Little door. It's kind of like a torpedo tube, you know, on a submarine. So it's going to make sure that that's dry. But instead of having to have 2 hands to do this, then get that on there and then write my notes, and then this is also, I think, where a lot of people end up getting ink on their hands. But something like this is going to make this a lot easier because now I can just say, hey, you know, oh yeah, let's meet for lunch on next Tuesday. Boom, Tuesday lunch. And I can just do that. Now my handwriting is terrible, but that saves me from having a Post-it there. It means I can just put this right here. It means I can have all the different colors that I need here too. Like this one, blue. The pen is blue. The gosh darn pen is blue. And let's not forget black right there. Yeah. Black, blue, red. Can't have red, white, and blue because white doesn't show up on white. But what I love about this is that I think I'm going to use my dry erase board a lot more. And in fact, if it's not just a desktop dry erase board like this is, whether it's one in your office or your room or your classroom, I think having these is going to save you from potentially getting ink on your hands more than you normally do. But it also means it's going to be just as easy as using a regular pen. You're going to use it a lot more, and maybe save a bunch of Post-its, scrap paper, your notebooks, all of those things. So if you want the most convenient, easiest to use dry erase marker pens that I've ever seen, I would suggest picking these up. I'll put a link to these in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out.
We can discover more and explore so much deeper.